Tasha Keeney of ARK Invest asked, when do you think the Tesla share price will reach the next breakthrough moment? And I presume they're referring to a breakthrough to new all-time highs, which has just happened. I think they mean like massively above where we are today, which, by the way, may also cause a different kind of breakthrough for those who are currently betting against Tesla stock. But I won't explain that, perhaps when you're older.
This next question, Tasha, I'm going to come to you. When do you think Tesla's share price may reach that next breakthrough moment? I know we talk about autonomous taxi networks a lot.
Thanks, Dan. In terms of major catalysts for Tesla, we recently saw on X that Elon said that he expects for Tesla to be able to remove the operator in the vehicle in Austin within the next few weeks. So what does this mean? Currently the Robotaxi service is autonomous, but there's still someone in the car. They're not in the driver's seat, they're in the passenger seat. But this would be, just the passenger riding in the vehicle. So true autonomy. We do expect there to still be some remote assistance feature. That would be someone outside the car if the car gets into trouble. But this is a major milestone for Tesla in terms of, improving the autonomous technology to scale the Robotaxi service. And, I say scale because that's really Tesla's advantage here. Let's look at Waymo. Waymo recently announced that they are in, 10 cities.
Bro, I'm glad I keep my microphone muted while I watch this. I just burst out laughing then. I really do feel bad for Waymo. Elon Musk recently pointing out some facts here. Quote, Waymo never really had a chance against Tesla. This will be obvious in hindsight. Now, in fairness, it was actually obvious with foresight as well. Waymo doesn't have a scalable solution. It's very brittle. They need to pre-map everywhere in HD. They're dependent upon a bunch of LiDAR and totally useless sensors. Useless if you don't have a major skill issue and can, in fact, solve self-driving with vision only, which is what humans do, believe it or not. And as Tasha's pointing out, it all comes down to scale. Not scale today, scale in the future. Tesla's ability to scale rapidly and widely because they have developed a general solution to autonomy, e.g. vehicles know how to drive. Period. End of story. They know how to drive. That's it. As opposed to Waymo vehicles, which have been trained how to drive in a specific region. Waymo will not, under any circumstances, be able to scale as widely and rapidly as Tesla just because their software doesn't cut it. It's not generalized. But even if they could, even if that was true, which it's not, but if it was, they still can't get enough vehicles to put them on roads even close to the scale that Tesla can. Tesla's producing around 2 million vehicles per year today. Waymo has to pay other companies to buy a vehicle, fit it out with hardware, sensors, get them deployed. And even if Waymo somehow was magically manufacturing around 2 million vehicles a year and had that sort of capacity, right, which they don't, then there's a third problem regarding scale, which is the massive cost disadvantage. There's only one company on Earth profitably producing EVs at scale today, also known as Tesla. So if Waymo could magically be making their own vehicles at comparable volumes to Tesla, they'd also have to miraculously do something that no other company on the planet has been able to do, profitably produce these things for comparable cost to Tesla. So in short, Waymo is fucked 3 times over. And hey, whatever you're into, if they're into that, then not judging.
Is now operating. They plan to be in over 20 cities by the end of next year, except they only have single-digit thousands of vehicles on the road. I think today we just saw there was a recall notice that would suggest there are roughly 3,000 Waymos out there, but I would say single-digit thousands, safe assumption. So compare that to what Tesla is able to do. And of course, it depends on what they prioritize versus customer sales or the Robotaxi fleet. But Tesla can produce thousands of cars, in a single day. Last quarter, they produced 500,000 vehicles. So Waymo's really paving the way for the regulatory barriers. And Tesla, while they may come second in a city, we think that they have a key advantage in terms of actually scaling the fleet, which really matters to bring the utilization rate down, which means improving the underlying economics, the cost per mile, ultimately, eventually undercutting today's ride-hail prices, which is what we expect to expand the market for robotaxis far past what we see ride-hail as today. So as you know from our published price target, we think that robotaxis will contribute to the what we believe like the majority of the enterprise value of Tesla by 2029. And we had assumed $2,600 per share of Tesla at that time. That's really driven by robotaxis. So this operator out is really a pivotal moment. Look forward to that. look forward to more research from us on Optimus and space data centers. But for now, robotaxis.
So I think what Tasha was saying there is Waymo's fucked. She's right. Also, Tesla's going to dominate autonomy at scale. She's right. Reiterating, ARC's relatively old, not far off a year old now. 2029 fair valuation for Tesla of $2,600 per share. That's more than $2,000 on top of where we are today. A couple of weeks from now, not even a week and a half, it's going to be 2026. And they're talking about 2029 for $2,600 a share. And then she goes on to mention to expect more regarding Optimus, which, by the way, will dwarf the impact autonomy is going to have on Tesla's business, and data centers in space, which is also enormous. I mean, the future is unfucking believably positive for Tesla. And by extension, humanity. Check this post out from Musk. The future is going to be amazing with AI and robots enabling sustainable abundance for all. Now, to be clear, he is serious, he is correct, and Tesla is going to play a very significant role in this incredible future. Although there are still some people who, for whatever reason, maybe engagement or maybe, actually I don't know what else they'd be doing, but there are some people who are betting against this and haven't fully bought into this amazing future, which Tesla will have a massive hand in. I saw somebody on X posting overnight that they were betting against Tesla to the tune of about $70,000. I suggested use lube, and well, Tesla stock once again within spitting distance of an all-time high. Oh, by the way, I just want to remind you guys, Tasha Keeney, ARK Invest 2029, put a 2 on the front of this and a comma, and you're still below their 2029 fair valuation for Tesla. Now, if you guys recall yesterday's video, if you saw it, the PBD podcast, fairly well-informed guests discussing Tesla, their fully autonomous driverless vehicles, the footage from Austin, very incredible. Seem to know what they're talking about. I went on to point out this is why the hate stream media, centralized networks are losing their viewership, because they have a bunch of clowns who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, spouting drivel about companies like Tesla. Clueless clowns. I spent half my videos just correcting them and pointing out all the things they said that were untrue, inaccurate, wrong, or just total horseshit. Got another great example of that today. A little bit of contrast between the hate stream media, which are, let's be honest here, pharma and automotive funded propaganda outlets. That is who butters their bread, in case you don't know. And independent content creators. Check this out. I do a search today on YouTube for Tesla. Logged in. So it may tinker the results based on my past viewing preferences or not. The very first fucking thing I see from Doomberg is this. Tesla's dangerous doors. That's the thumbnail. The dangerous feature in Tesla's doors. Exclusive blah, blah, blah. Watch the full documentary on Doomberg.com. Yeah, nah, get fucked. How many other companies is Doomberg doing these hit pieces on? Approximately 0. Why would anyone trust these kind of outlets when you see shit like this? Oh, by the way, unrelated matters. I said earlier, mainstream media funded predominantly by pharma and automotive companies. Tesla spends about $0 per year advertising in the mainstream media, making them an exception among automotive companies, which obviously wouldn't influence any of the coverage at all. I'm just randomly pointing out that totally unrelated piece of information. So you got this horseshit. And in case you guys don't really fully understand how propaganda works, repetition. Tesla, dangerous, dangerous, Tesla. Tesla's dangerous, dangerous, Tesla. Hear it enough, you believe it. In unrelated matters, Orange Man bad. And now, as promised, I saw this from Farzad on X, who posted a clip from the world's second biggest podcast, Diary of a CEO. 14 million subscribers on YouTube. Let's see what bro had to say to his relatively large audience. Got a funny feeling there's no mention of Tesla's dangerous doors in this clip.
Well, my car outside drives itself on the driveway, which is crazy. I always say this, but I don't think people anywhere outside of the United States realize that cars in the United States drive themselves without me touching the steering wheel or the pedals at any point in a 3-hour journey. Because in the UK, it's not legal yet to have like Teslas on the road. But that's a paradigm shifting moment where you come to the US, you sit in a Tesla, you say, I want to go 2.5 hours away, and you never touch the steering wheel or the pedals. And that is science fiction. I do, when all my team fly out here, it's the first thing I do. I put them in the front seat if they have a driving license. And I say, I press the button and I go, don't touch anything. And you see it in there, you see like the panic, and then you see, a couple of minutes in there, they've very quickly adapted to the new normal, and it's no longer blowing their mind.
These kind of comments certainly can't hurt Tesla. Now, isn't it amazing the contrast? Real people with real opinions and real experience, as opposed to propagandists for big pharma, automotive industry, aka beholden to the advertisers, never mind the political left, with fake opinions, no experience, and lies trying to deceive their audience. Isn't it amazing the contrast? Someone who actually owns a Tesla loves, the first thing he does when a team comes over from international, right? Bro, sit in the Tesla, just watch this, don't touch it. Isn't it amazing? Loves blowing people's minds. He's talking about how great the software is, its capabilities, to an audience of many millions. Alternatively, you have Doomberg trying to scare viewers into thinking that Teslas are dangerous. Remember, Tesla, danger. Tesla's dangerous. Tesla, dangerous door handles. Danger, danger, danger. Tesla, 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 bad. Elon bad. Orange man bad. Tesla bad. This is how propaganda works. So while Doomberg is attempting to scare their very gullible and easily manipulated viewers into thinking that Teslas are dangerous, new footage has appeared. I saw this posted via Nick on X, sharing this from JC, who happened to capture a Tesla Cybercab in California on a public road. You know, this thing that Tesla intends on manufacturing at massive volumes and dramatically driving the cost of transport down, deploying widely and rapidly, ultimately doing Waymo in. Isn't that interesting? I'm sure it's nothing. Seems like a great time to be betting against Tesla, at least as long as you use lube. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.